Hey there. Today I am going to draw a bunch of little houses and doors, and we're just going to have a little fun with big mushy trees and adding a little detail. Again, going with our draw small approach. You can always add once you make it bigger, but what you're doing here is kind of setting up like, alright, what would this be if I could be anything I want? So let's say we're drawing a street lamp, and it's got big bright stars in the sky, and everything sparkles. The way I approach the drawing is, I'm eventually going to come in and scale this up, right? And add some detail later. For now, I really just want to get the weights and the measures and the composition, and really just kind of let my brain fill in the square. So, I also want to show you, I do a lot of these sketches, but what ends up getting created into paintings is actually a very small percentage of what I draw. So this one is actually a good example of something I drew that I like better as a small drawing than how the painting ended up. Not every painting you make is going to be perfect, and not every drawing you make is going to be perfect, and what's really fun is when you give a weird drawing a chance and you paint it and it turns into one of your best paintings ever. And of course what's disappointing is you might have a drawing that you just think is fantastic, and then you get to the painting stage and you might be having a bad painting day, or maybe you're just choosing the wrong colors or whatever, but for some reason that doesn't turn out the way you want it to. There's no harm there. You've done the drawing. You can always transfer it again and try the painting again. But that's part of being an artist, is you figure out what you think you might want to do, you try it, you don't like it, you try again. So, just pulling into my bag of ideas, I keep envisioning like winter scenes. I don't know why. Christmas ended weeks ago, but I keep wanting to draw little wintry paths, right? So, lots of trees and then sparkly skies. And maybe on this path there's like, I don't know, maybe somebody is walking their dog, right? So just gonna draw in, doesn't even have to be a dog, it could be something. But the key is you're knocking in the shapes, right? So if it's somebody walking their dog, they've got one leg going back and one leg going forward, and maybe their hand is out and there's a leash. And again, that doesn't really look like a detailed dog or a detailed person, but when you get to the point of scaling it up, you can add those details once it's at the scale that you're comfortable drawing at. Let's try one more. What if that person was coming the other way, right? So let's say there's a dog and it's happy, right? And it's got ears going and it's on its walk, right? So there's the dog, and he's got one leg forward and one leg back, and then one leg forward, and his tail is up because he's so happy, right? So then he's got a leash, and then the person walking him is also pretty happy. So they're smiling and they're like, "You're the best dog ever." And they might be just like, I don't know, it's always a little hard when you're trying to get the right angles of like what people are doing, but at the end of the day, people are just circles and squares and shapes, and maybe this guy is just so proud of the dog that he has, right? So it's a good looking dog. So there's his foot forward and there's his foot back. And then give him the rest of his coat. And he's got on a big winter pea coat, right? And he's got broad shoulders. And maybe they are walking down a sidewalk. So maybe there's some shops in the background. And that's about it. There's a nice little drawing of a dog walking with his owner. So this was my first test video of showing you the ways that I draw, and I hope you like it, and please stay tuned for more. And if you can, subscribe to my channel, and you'll get notifications when I put up a new video, or maybe when I go live, or maybe when I have an inspiration day. And I'm looking for you guys to send photos of things that you'd like to see drawn. Thanks again. Talk to you later. Bye.